Hey everybody, welcome to an exciting video. Today I'm finally revealing my Scooby-Doo collection for 2020. Now we looked at last year's and we had a pretty sick collection. I'm not gonna lie, I had some really great stuff. This year I went overboard and I brought a ton of Scooby-Doo physical media, and we did a lot of unboxing videos. You guys liked it, and I recently get asked, can you do an update video to last year's one? And I can finally safe say, now that we're at the end of November, I can finally put this video out there because there's no more releases I'm going to get this year because of Christmas around the corner. So with that being said, today's video is going to be broken up into many parts. So what I've done is I've orchestrated it into a way where you guys get the full collection in the best possible way I can show you. And it's going to be a much more professional look as I did last year's, because as we all know, last year's one I had to do it freehand. And I didn't really like it that much, but you guys really liked the video, so I thought, for this one I'm going to do it professional and try and do it as superb and straightforward as possible. So I've broken it down into columns. So the first section we're going to cover is VHS, looking at all the Scooby-Doo VHS tapes I have accumulated since I started my Scooby-Doo collection. Then we're going to go on to DVD, and then this is where things get a bit interesting. We're going to look at the TV series. So what I've done is I'm going to show you the portion of my TV series collection that I have laid out on my shelf. And after that we're going to move on to the movies that I've accumulated over the years. And there will be new titles, and there'll be some with slipcovers that weren't released in the last year's video, so that'd be a nice treat as well. Then after that's all done, we're going to go over to compilations. I'm going to look at all the DVD compilations that I've collected for Scooby-Doo, and there's quite a few on DVD and some are very interesting, so I think you guys will enjoy that, especially getting a more proper look and intake of each one and what they represent. Then we're going to go over to set releases. Now this is very interesting. So with these ones, what I mean by sets is like the Diamond Collection or the 50th anniversary ones that were, I think, were Walmart or Best Buy exclusives and that sort of stuff. So they're unique to a set and those will be shown off. Then I will show you my Blu-ray collection and 1/4K, which we already know what that is. Because I started collecting Blu-ray Scooby-Doos this year. So we'll be looking at that because that was never shown last year's one because we weren't collecting Blu-rays, but this year we were, and we went in deep and we got a nice bundle of Blu-rays to show off, so that will be that part. And then to end off the video I'll be showing you my biggest box sets and the ones that I really like, like my rare sets. And what better way to end the video off is to show you the best that I have. So starting off, we're going to go VHS like we said, and I'm going to do the episode compilations tapes that I have first. So it's going to be these types, and there's going to be quite a few, and luckily I have a 2-point camera view, so this is B-roll footage, but I'm going to show you while I demonstrate these. So first we have Scooby-Doo and a Mummy 2. This is 2 classic Scooby-Doo episodes from the Where Are You? On the back as well, it tells you that the episodes are What a Night for a Night and Scooby-Doo and Mummy 2. Obviously they had to reference the title, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. But what I like about these ones is the nice little fun fact that they put into each one. To give you a proper insight, these are basically trivia questions to help you in case you didn't know these answers. So this one says, did you know that Shaggy's real name is Norval Rogers? Yes, we found that out in the Alien Invaders movie, but it's quite nice they put it in here so we knew about it beforehand, but it was also referenced many times in episodes from that era. Now this is Scooby-Doo the No-Face Zombie, another compilation from the classic era, and then it says 2 complete adventures for Scooby-Doo in No-Face Zombie and the Golden Galleon. So now we move on to Scooby-Doo Hassle in a Castle, and I really quite like the theme that's going on between these two as they're related in the same compilation set. Unfortunately I don't have any more, so it's quite annoying. Obviously this spine as well, and then obviously turn over the back and we see the episodes are Hassle in the Castle and a clue for Scooby-Doo. Now we have a Nutcracker Scoob. Now this is 3 complete episodes on 1 tape, and the episodes are Alaskan King Coward, a Nutcracker Scoob, Scoob's Night with a Frozen Fright. So again, these are festive episodes, if you didn't know that already, because of the whole Nutcracker title. Now we go into a What's New Scooby-Doo volume. This is volume 1, and this has 4 episodes on this tape, and this is titled Space Ape at the Cape. So just by turning that over, we will then be able to see the bar description, but then just below that it says the episodes include, so there's No Creature Like a Snow Creature, Space Ape at the Cape, 3D Destruction, and Big Scare in Big Easy. Now this is the volume 4. Yes, I know, I skipped over, but I will get the rest one day. This is titled Mummy Scares Best. And then just flip it over. It goes, when the going gets scary, the scared get going. And the episodes are The Unnatural Big Appetite in Little Tokyo, Mummy Scares Best, The Fast, and The Worminiest. I love how it's The Fast and The Worminiest because that is a reference to Fast and Furious. This tape is Scooby-Doo in Ghastly Ghost Town. This is part of the new Scooby-Doo movies lineup. They used to do the individual episodes of the new Scooby-Doo movies on their own individual tapes. I have one of them and the box is a bit worn and torn. Like, I don't know if the entire episode list is on VHS, probably, because back then there was no issue with copyright laws. People were doing VHS left, right and centre, so I assume you can get the full collection on VHS. It was the only media bit that released more Scooby-Doo episodes than on DVD. So now we move on to this baby. This was a Video Fun Factory release by the Hanna-Barbera Personal Favourites, and it was featured around Scooby-Doo. And basically it shows Scooby-Doo before he was Scooby-Doo, when he appeared on Hanna-Barbera cartoons before he had his own standalone show. This is a very rare set, and I managed to get it for a good price. So if you do be able to see it online, watch it. Okay, now we've got rid of the episodes. It's time to move on to the movies. Yeah, I got Scooby-Doo on VHS tapes on the movies. First, we're going to start with Arabian Nights. Not everyone's favourite movie, and it's totally understandable. So next we have Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers. This is Reluctant Werewolf. If I was dating back from my favourites before Zombie Island, this is definitely number 1. Just how the fact that they feature Red Shirt Shaggy, and a lot of these, Ghoul School, Reluctant Werewolf and Boo Brothers, Red Shirt Shaggy is all over there. And Ghoul School is another one as well, at 99p. It's still. Okay, now we got rid of the direct-to-TV specials out of the way. It's going on to the direct-to-videos. So we have Zombie Island, 99p. I think I paid more because I got off eBay, but I kept the original sticker on there just for nostalgia reasons. Now we have The Witch's Ghost. Again, another great mystery. God damn it. Literally, what was it? Like Sarah Ravencroft with Ben Ravencroft. Like, by God, the backstabbing and all of that was just on par. He betrayed the gang, and then Sarah betrayed Ben. It was magnificent. And it also featured the Hex Girls, first appearance, so that was, again, brilliant, and I quite loved it. Here is Alien Invaders. Pretty much the saddest ending is where Shaggy has to say goodbye to Crystal and Amber. Like, those heart-to-heart moments between him and Scoob, bonding and, you know, thinking about wanting to spend their lives with them, only to get crushed at the end when they had to say goodbye and they had to go off into space. I think it's the only Scooby-Doo movie that features actual aliens. Now we have Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. The one movie I wish they did as an episodes, because if they did it as episodes, we could probably get a better understanding of each of the levels, especially when they go through them. I think if they spent time and did hour-long episodes like they did with the new Scooby-Doo movies, they could have shown off a bit more details in each of the levels that were designed. Scooby-Doo, Legend of the Vampire. Now this, like, literally, I have so many versions of this, it's unbelievable. I have 3 different DVD versions of it, I have 2 different VHS tape copies of it, I have it on Blu-ray. Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster. And I love how it has half price admission at Sea Life. I'm pretty sure that's expired by now. There's this Monster of Mexico. Another movie that I thought was alright, but, you know, it's just something you have to get by. 72 minutes. The monster was quite nice, the scenery was well done, especially the traits to detail and the way they changed up some scenes to make it more PG. Alright, now we're moving on to Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed, the second live action movie, one of the best. Literally, I loved the original 2 live actions. They did an amazing job with the CGI on Scoob. The characters that they cast from them were amazing as their roles, especially Matthew Leonard playing Shaggy Northall Rogers. There was a security tag on here, but someone's pulled it off wrong and it's just stuck there. I could easily remove this or just get a new VHS tape cover, but I thought, you know what, since it's already just for nostalgic fun, I'm going to keep it on there. Right, now we move on to the last VHS tape that I have to show for you, and this is one of my big box sets that comes with a Ghoul School watch. So it's the Ghoul School box set that featured a gift with the actual tape, and this is actual sealed tape. It's not a used one, it's actual factory sealed. It does say $12.99. I paid about £6 for this one. And there's another one. There's a second one. I can't remember which movie it is, but it's from the direct-to-TV sequels. And he's charging £50 for it. It's not worth that. It's worth about the same price I paid for this, and he wants £50. I even tried to give him the best offer for about £12, and I thought, you know, I'm being generous because you got $6.99 postage. So he refused it and said it's too low. I'm thinking, you're trying to upscale and rip people off. It's not worth that. It's a VHS tape. You got the watch, and you can buy these separately and look around line. One's gonna pop up, and it's going to make you look like an idiot. So this one just comes all off. Then we have the watch, which is really quite nice, you know. And then we have the VHS tape. As it says here, a free Ghoul School postcards inside. Unfortunately, I can't show you the postcodes because as soon as you open them up, there is the sealed tape. Yeah, I have a sealed tape for you all. But you guys weren't thinking that, and those are the postcards. Ooh. So that was my entire VHS range. Like, literally, I have a lot. So now let's move on to DVDs. And by DVDs, I mean the TV series, or to be precise, the TV series that I have displayed on my shelf that aren't including the set box sets, so those will be shown off later. So these are the ones that I have accumulated onto my shelf that are ready to watch, that aren't part of any other collector's sets. So by collector's set, Diamond Collection, the 50th anniversary ones from the Warner Bros. Or Best Buy exclusives, that sort of stuff. So those will be shown off later. So for now, we're just going to see the series that I have on normal releases from start to where it is now. And starting that off is Where Are You? The first season that started it all. Like, literally, without this, Scooby-Doo wouldn't be where it is today. The fact that this season sparked a huge and massive community is amazing. Complete first and second season, part of the Hanna-Barbera Golden Collection. So yeah, this is the first set that came out on DVD for Scooby-Doo. And basically what Warner Bros. Did, released the Golden Collection for their classic cartoons to come out on DVD, so that way it would draw people in on buying them, because VHS was going out the window and DVDs were the new hot thing. There is a third season, the Where Are You season 3, but that came out after the new Scooby-Doo movies. I believe in 76 or 77 it came out, or it could be 78, I'm not 100% sure, but it came out way after the new Scooby-Doo movies, and it was aired under, well, they made the episodes for Where Are You, but at last minute it changed under a new name, so they put it under another block, and that block eventually became the Scooby-Doo show, which had 3 seasons because it was just a re-aired host name to syndicate other shows. So originally this aired as part of the All-Stars block, and then the All-Stars block aired on the Scooby-Doo show, and that's where the Scooby-Doo show came from. Then we move on to the new Scooby-Doo movies, or should I say the best of the new Scooby-Doo movies. This is Volume 1. Again, it's part of the Hanna-Barbera Golden Collection, and this one only has 4 episodes. And I'm going to give you a bit of backstory behind This one right here. So in the UK, and I'm guessing the rest of the part of the Europe as well, we never got the box set as the US people did. So we missed out on 11 episodes, while they had the best of the Scooby-Doo movies. They 15 episodes. We only had 4 episodes and a volume 1, which we never saw any other volumes. It was just volume 1. And this was due to certain licensing agreements. So even though the US had 15 episodes, they still weren't getting the full amount. So they were still, again, short by half a margin. So they were still waiting to get approval for that one, and it never did. And then the idea got shelved. So we were eventually going to get a volume 2 and 3 or something like that to make up for those lost episodes. But they never actually came because the idea got shelved, and I think other restrictions came along because at that time the new copyright media on DVD were changing vast with certain material laws. So again, it was all shelved. So this is the Harlem Globetrotters and meets the Batman. So basically, to make up for this being 4 episodes, they released these 2. So we had Scooby-Doo meets Batman with the Batman episodes, and then we have Scooby-Doo meets the Harlem Globetrotters. There was 3 of them, but we only got 2 of them. So again, this made up, and in total we had an extra 4 episodes. But at the same time, we still weren't getting the adequate amount that the US one did. But eventually, they did. After many years and an anniversary later, it took an anniversary, could you believe it? Not of the new Scooby-Doo movies, of the actual Scooby-Doo itself, we finally got the almost complete collection. This baby right here is the cherry on top. Released literally in all regions, was pretty fantastic. Came on DVD and Blu-ray, brilliant. Only one flip to this. Technically 2, but the second one's a personal habit of mine. But the first main flip to this is as the almost complete collection. Almost. They put the almost in brackets because they knew they couldn't deliver on a complete collection. Not even for an anniversary. And you want to know what the episode is? Yeah, they're missing 1 episode. Yeah, could you believe it? Yeah, 1 episode away from an actual full set of the new Scooby-Doo movies. Let that sink in for a second. 1 episode away. And that episode is Wednesday is Missing, the Addams Family episode, which I believe you can get on VHS, because I have seen it on VHS before, so it is possible to get it on VHS. So meaning that VHS tape is now super rare because it's the only episode that features this that can complete the set and then go full circle. So now we've taken care of the new Scooby-Doo movies, it's time to move on to Scooby-Doo All-Stars Laugh Olympics. Now this is really good because I have the complete Scooby-Doo All-Stars released on physical media. So out of all of them, I'm still missing episodes, but at the same time, I have all the releases they've done for them so far. Maybe down the line, they might release them on full collections. Who knows? Maybe that might be a possibility. So we have Volumes 1 and Volumes 2. So basically, these 2 came out first, and I got these from the range. And they do feature 4 episodes each. If you don't remember, back in the day when the Olympics were shown on TV, shows like Hanna-Barbera used it as a way to make episodes, and basically it was a massive big crossover between Scooby-Doo and the rest of Hanna-Barbera's creations. So we had Yogi Bear, Flintstones, and that sort of stuff. So they had these all nice little crossovers, and these are the Scooby-Doo episodes. So you can say they're complete, but they're not. The Scooby-Doo All-Stars block, or the All-Stars Laugh Olympics, house many episodes, but not all of them released on physical media. So I can't really say this is truly completed because I don't have any of the other All-Star Laugh Olympics episodes. And that's where the name gets really, taken out of place. So these 2 that I got, volume pairs, and there's no other volume, so these are now complete sets. And then we have Spooky Games, came released in 2 different versions. So remember when we got the new Scooby-Doo movies volumes 1, it's a bit like that. And a lot of people say that these are the ones that make up for those lost episodes because this one came out first and then these 2 came out later. So you can say that these 2 make up for the US one, which is totally agreeable. So in a sense we do, just the same way as the new Scooby-Doo movies featured their set releases. It's very weird, I know. It's like they do it so weirdly in the UK where you actually have to do extended research just to know all this one. Now the Olympic Games have been settled, it's time to move on. First thing goes to Scooby-Doo, one of my most favourite series of all time growing up. Love this to bits. 13 episodes. Mate, literally, for a Red Shirt Shaggy appearance, they nailed it. I loved this series to bits. It was the greatest ever. And the cliffhanger at the end, because they never caught the 13 ghosts. Really? That's it? You're just going to move on to a new series? Just going to do something else? You're not even going to, carry on? It has like 2 discs, all the episodes, and the featurette as well. Like, Don't Feed the Animals, which is basically a reference to Gremlin, where you don't feed them past midnight. Oh god, this is the worst series I've ever seen of Scooby-Doo. I really hate this one so bad. A Pup Named Scooby-Doo. Now this is the 2nd, 3rd and 4th season I have on DVD. And I never liked this as a kid. Literally, when I saw this on the Scooby-Doo marathon, it's just a wake-up call for me to go outside. I never really liked the whole gimmick of being kids. Now I think there was a trend back then. In the 90s there was a lot of people doing that. It's like a rip-off from Rugrats or something. It's like, why? Okay, why be like, oh, we're going to be adults, let's see them in a kid's body? And I'm thinking, there's so many loopholes, so many mistakes in the series that doesn't make sense or ties in with the actual series, because they never started mystery solving until in their teens. They never knew each other as a kid like they were in the Pup Named Scooby-Doo realm. So it was just really bizarre seeing them in that universe. So on the whole entire Scooby-Doo timeline, this is the point where Scooby-Doo went dark for about 10 years, give or take. Because the Pup Named Scooby-Doo ended in 93. The What's New Scooby series didn't arise till 2005. So for a series, there was none between that time gap. But we did have movies. So the direct-to-videos came out in 1998 with Zombie Island, then 1909 with Witch's Ghost, 2000 with Alien Invaders, 2001 with Cyber Chase, and then eventually, a few years down the line, we had the promo for the What's New Scooby-Doo, and that got rebirth in 2005. And so now I'm going to show you my complete What's New Scooby-Doo set. Yeah, that's right, the complete What's New Scooby-Doo. And this is a treat. I love this series. What's New Scooby-Doo was my most favourite series while growing up. In the top 5, it goes up there dramatically. This series has it all, and the fact that they released them all on DVD just shows how well they did. So we first start off with this nice gem, and by that I mean it just says Scooby-Doo. We literally turn it over to the spine, it says Scooby-Doo. It's not until we get to the back that we find out that it's part of the What's New Scooby-Doo Volume 1. And it's pretty weird that this was the only release take of this on Volume 1. But then this came out, and then this was Volume 1. They re-released it, and then this had a complete volume set of between 1 to 10. So you had the entire 3 seasons on 10 volumes. So this was a bit of a promo gimmick, and then they thought, you know what, let's just revamp it and make it something epic, and they did it like this. Same episodes that are on this one, so you know they're identical, but it's just mad how how they released this one and then re-released it again, but under a new artwork scheme. Now I have literally a bundle of sets right here. Now I just want to point out that these are not complete. These are semi-complete because I'm still waiting for 2 more volumes. Once I ordered them, this will be complete volumes 1 to 10. But let's just go through them. So obviously we know the first one because we compared it to the other one, and it has the episodes on the back. Then we have Safari So Goody, which is the volumes 2. And then we have Mummy Scared Best, volumes 4, which I have on VHS. Then we have volumes 5, Homeward Hound. Then we have volume 6, Recipe for Disaster. Volume 7 is Ready to Scare. Volume 8 is E-Scream, and then Volume 9 is Lighthouse, Fright House of a Lighthouse. But that's not all. I have the complete box sets. Yeah, I have seasons 1, 2 and 3 on box sets, and these are the expensive kinds. These normally go for £10 each or £20 depending on who you're buying them from. So let's say this has a value of 30 quid. I paid 12 quid for this. Yeah, I got a steal right here, and these were all brand new and sealed. I did an unboxing video for it. Season 1 complete, 13 episodes on 2 discs. Then we have Season 2 complete, 13 episodes on 2 discs. Literally, third season, 13 episodes, 2 discs. It was that well it housed a third season. Not like a pup named Scooby-Doo where they just put it as a third and fourth season because they were bored. No, they actually worked up and had a fan base that wanted a third season, and they delivered on it. And the third season was epic. And each of them have bonus episodes as well, so you get a nice treat on buying the box sets because you have something extra to bring to the table. And I want to say we're going to move on to another series, but I've got one more box set of What's New Scooby-Doo to show you. And this one is technically my own homebrew one. So it's the What's New Scooby-Doo, the complete series. Now I printed this off myself, and it houses all volumes 1 to 10 inside. This is a 10 disc case I bought off eBay. I printed off my own cover and I insert the discs inside, and this is what it looks like up close. This is probably one of my best things I've ever done. I was on eBay and I thought, you know what, I'll buy volumes 1 to 10, and I didn't care about the condition because I can always clean the discs, and I brought them, and I brought this 10-way case and I fitted them all inside. So it came as a big multi-purpose because I can then just, you know, mess around and have this on the go. So if I'm going around my friend's house, I can just take this to the shelf and bring this with me rather than bringing this with me. Yeah, okay, I paid more because I had to pay for another 10 discs, but it was worth it. And, you know, this is how they should have done it with the volumes. Released it in one big box set. It's doable because I've done it. And it works. So now that we got through What's New Scooby-Doo, it's time to move on to another series that's in my top 5, and that is none other than Mystery Incorporated, the series that I watched during college, and by God I loved every moment of it. This series was like a continuation. You saw the story in depth of every character, even the people in the town. You saw a vast connection in the story behind each one, where they were reoccurring and they added more in-depth emotions, and you know, you just felt like they were part of that adventure. And you had the sheriff, you had the mayor, you had their own parents involved, and you saw more in look of their characters and their own personal hobbies. And you know, that series actually did it all. You know, it's the first time they went out of their boundaries and did something like that, where it was like a continuation. It wasn't just the same thing all the time, where they went around solving mysteries. Yeah, they solved mysteries, but you felt like they were still living in the same era. Like they weren't in one place and in another. You saw them in the same location, so they knew where one mystery they may start and they may finish it 3 episodes down the line. You saw that nice little continuation story. So in between, we saw what they were doing, what other mysteries were they were tackling, and the style and the way they worked on Fred's obsession with traps. They draw new energy in with each scene. So I really liked it very much. And I have nearly the entire complete collection on DVD. So I have the volume releases that came out in the UK. I also have the complete box set that came out in the US, and I have part 1 of season 2 that came out in the US. So those will be shown off for you, and it's going to be pretty sick. So let's start with volumes 1 of Mystery Incorporated. Now this one did come out in the UK release, and it only features about 4 episodes, but it was still nice that they did volume releases. You know, I came accustomed to volume releases because I'm used to it by now, and I quite like them. I feel like it shows more when it's on the shelf, whereas if you have complete collections, it's a short shelf. If you look at all the series, there's not really a lot of series to fill up a shelf. Like, I'm still not finished filling 1 row on my shelf for my TV series. It's still not even full, and that's just like me trying to get all the releases that have been released so far. If they released them all, then yes, maybe, but if they did them all complete box sets, you would have a really short shelf. Having volumes kind of extends that and makes them look more interesting, and that's where we like the most. Now this is volumes 2, and volumes 2 housed another 4 episodes. So you had the Song of Mystery, the Land of Alice May, the Legend of Alice May, In the Fear of the Phantom, the Grass of the Gnome. Then we had volume 3. Again, it had 4 new episodes, so again they displayed it on the front where the others didn't. And again, if you look at the back, you have the episodes listed down there, which is Battle of the Hummagans, Howl of the Fright Hound, The Secret Siren, and then Striking Madness. Finally came with a Season 1 Part 2. Now this is where things got a bit weird, because we don't understand why the Part 2 came about. And it wasn't until later on when you realise that Part 2 was the remaining 2 volumes. Yeah, so there were meant to be about 5 volumes in total for the Season 1. But instead of releasing 2 box sets of volumes 4 and 5, they thought, why not do it as Season 1 Part 2. I really quite liked the episodes they put on here. So that was the first season on DVD taken care of. Now in the US, they had this. The complete Season 1. 4 discs containing 26 episodes. This into that. But then it came over to the second season. This is where things get really annoying. In the UK, we had the entire complete Season 1 on physical media. Yes, it was in volumes, but we had it. We had the complete Season 1. But when Season 2 came out, people were speculating when they're going to release any new DVDs. We never understood why. And the reason why is because they never intended to release them anywhere else. So the US had Season 2 on DVD, while the UK, and I can't really speak for any part of Europe, but I'm guessing they're in the same boat as us, we never really saw Season 2 on a Region 2 release. So I have Season 2 Part 1, and it's called Danger in the Deep, 13 all new episodes of the Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated series. Yes, I had to get this on eBay. It did cost me 20 quid, but it was worth it because this is Part 1 of the Season 2, and I am going to get the second part later on, probably for next year, so I will have a complete Season 2 eventually. That was the entire Mystery Incorporated series I have on DVD. That's all taken care of. Now there's only one more series left I have on media. It is these two, the Be Cool Scooby-Doo Season 1, Volumes 1 and Volumes 2. They had 2 seasons, and these are the only 2 that were released. There was no Season 2 release whatsoever, which is quite annoying because I really quite like Be Cool Scooby-Doo. Quite like the style of how it was presented, and the fact that every single episode was, I don't know, put me in the bits. Every single character, like every single gang member, had their own chemistry, their own quirk, their own hijinks, could you say. So now it's time to move on to the movies. Now I've broken up in 2 parts. We have the live action, which we're going to go through first because there's only a few of them and it's easy to get through. And then there's the animated side. And those are the ones we are accustomed to because, as we all know, we see them on screen as their animated form, so it makes sense saving that till last. And there is a lot of titles and releases that I've got on DVD, and so you guys are going to be very impressed to see what I have brought over the years and what I brought this year as well, which most of you probably tell from the unboxing videos I've done. And I have this box set. Now this, if you guys haven't known or you're just new to the channel, this has been my first Scooby-Doo unboxing. This right here, this was the first unboxing I did to the channel, and it was Scooby-Doo, the 4 live action box set. This is what started the craving that you see now. Without this unboxing video, I don't think I would be here now collecting Scooby-Doo. It only started out as like harmless fun. I wasn't intending to do Scooby-Doo. Well, I collected Scooby-Doo, but I wasn't thinking of doing any unboxing videos. And so when I did this as my first one, I thought, okay, then I'll do it. And then people liked it. I thought, oh, I might as well just unbox random things. And then gradually I bought new Scooby-Doos, unboxed them, add to my collection. So this baby right here is what started it for my channel. Because, you know, I wouldn't be unboxing Scooby-Doo if it wasn't for this first one. And I remember I still had the same camera that I used to record this video with. So this is what the box set looks like. It features all 4 films, and this is the first release of this box set. And just to show you the sides, that's what they all potentially look like. Pretty good actually. And then obviously the back that lists them all. Then we have this Scooby-Doo box set. This is the 2 live actions, which I bought this one recently this year, and it was just the style of the box, because it's one of the reverse label ones where instead of pulling it from this side, you're pulling it from this side, and the labels are back to front. It just feels weird. I don't know why, but this one doesn't feel like a proper one. This is the front cover, and it comes out this side, whereas this one's the front cover and it comes out on the right. This one does it from the left. I don't understand why it's from the left. And then you think this is the front way. No, this is the back. So I don't know which release this is, but by God, it's a fascinating disc. So that's why I brought it. I brought it just for the box. Next, we have Scooby-Doo Mystery Begins, the first Scooby-Doo live-action prequel. Came released with a holographic cover, and it does come out on Blu-ray as well. This is Daphne and Velma, a movie that people didn't really like, but I did. Right, so those were the live actions, so those are now taken care of. Now we're going to go over to the actual animated side and go from the movies in date order, so from when they first released on to the last recent one. Starting off, we have Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood. Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers. Red Shirt Shaggy appearing. Then I have Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. Again, another appearance with Red Shirt Shaggy. Then that's followed by Reluctant Werewolf. Last movie with Red Shirt Shaggy in. And this one, like I said before, is one of my favourites because of the whole in-depth character look we see of Shaggy, with the whole race car rallying that he's into, which you don't really see any of the gang pick up on that in later Scooby-Doo episodes. It's just from this one where we see that nice driving side to it. Then we have Scooby-Doo in Arabian Nights, which is the same as the VHS copy, so nothing new extra added on there. Now we go on to the direct-to-video specials, and we start off with Zombie Island. This is with a custom slipcover. As you can tell, I have personally made it with the help of David, and just gives that a nice unique feel to it. Then we have the sequel to Zombie Island, the true sequel as everyone like to call it, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, where it features the ghost of Sarah Ravencroft. And we have Alien Invaders. This is pretty much the whole idea of extraterrestrial life living outside the universe. We see Shaggy and Scooby fall in love with Crystal and Amber. We see that nice little groovy montage of them wanting to grow old and have a family together. And then we see them getting their whole hopes and dreams crushed at the end. This is Scooby-Doo in a Cyber Chase. Again, as I spoke in the VHS copy, that I wish they'd done this as a series or webisodes instead of an actual movie. Then we have Legends of the Vampire, which features the Hex Girls. The Loch Ness Monster, one of my most least favourite Scooby-Doo movies, which everyone always criticises me for because they don't understand why, but it is. Scooby-Doo in Where's My Mummy? I'm guessing they were going with like a, I don't want to say Indiana Jones vibe, but I feel like Ben Fraser vibe is going on here. So it has a bit of everything. So I really quite like how this movie implements the whole Egyptian theme, the whole mummies, resurrection, curse and all that. It feels like a Ben Fraser movie to me. Monster of Mexico. Movie that I liked because of the whole monster and the special features. We get the creating the monster, you get the making of, the scripted commentary, and then you get to watch the movie with the gang, and then bloopers. Then we have Aloha Scooby-Doo, a summer movie, in which I did quite a few of these actually. I think Monster of Mexico was part of the summer mix. Then we had Pirates Ahoy, which also came with a pair of sunglasses. What better way is to make people buy it when you put that summer vibe in it. Chill Out Scooby-Doo, which was really weird. It's the first one with a red case and nice special features, but also I have two versions of this one. I have it with the slipcover, and this slipcover I have sealed, but the slipcover is really quite nice, especially the texture design on the front where they make it all stand out. Now we have the Goblin King, and we have two versions of this one. We have the holographic cover, slipcover, then we have the actual standalone normal one. Holographic cover comes with exclusive sticker inside. This was part of the Panny collection, so you get a nice Panny sticker inside for your booklet. And the holographic cover does move as well, which I really quite like. Scooby-Doo and the Samurai Sword. Now this one I have two copies. I have one with the yellow original case that first came out. Then there's a slipcover case. This is Scooby-Doo Abracadabra Doo, the first magical Scooby-Doo movie, which is really quite nice. And I just realised now my slipcover sleeve is kind of out of line, so let me just pop that back. Oh, okay, there we go. It was just over the line, and I thought it's going to be irritating me. But I really liked this one. It felt a bit like Hogwarts to me, on that nice magical vibe to it. So I felt like a new understanding. So I had something new to work with. As the Scooby-Doo and Puppets 2, I learned how to make your very own scary puppet. Now we have Scooby-Doo Camp Scare, which pretty much is the closest thing we're going to get to a dark tone Scooby-Doo movie in the modern era. Like, when they released this, there was so many references to so many different movies. It was absolutely incredible, and I really quite liked it, especially the opening. The opening scene, I thought, by God, I was like, is this a Scooby-Doo movie? Thinking, I haven't seen this kind of like excitement since Zombie Island. We have A Legend of the Phantom Saw. This is another Scooby-Doo movie that I didn't like, and I even put it in my top worst Scooby-Doo movies list. And people didn't understand why I chose this one, but again, it's the whole dinosaur theme. What's New Scooby-Doo done it? The new Scooby-Doo movie's done it, and I just thought it gets really boring using the same type of monster, if that makes any sense. Now we have our first Scooby-Doo musical. Yes, musical. We've seen magic, now we've seen theatre. Yes, that is glorious. Big Top Scooby-Doo, the first carnival Scooby-Doo movie, and a good one at that. You know, it has some very courageous moments. UK, there's not really circus because we get like we do get performers, but we don't get like mad performers, not like the US do when they had their carnivals. We get like baby carnivals, let's just say that. So it's nice seeing a movie where you get to see it at a different perspective. Scooby-Doo Adventures, The Mystery Map. Yeah, the first original puppet movie. Next! So we have Scooby-Doo Mask of the Blue Falcon. First time they paired up in a movie together. Could you believe it? We saw them together in crossovers in Scooby-Doo Dynamite Hour, and now we're seeing them again all these years later in 2013 in a movie crossover, and it keeps getting better because the Scoob movie, of course. So yeah, Blue Falcon, terrific. I love the actual series. I love Dynamite. I love the fact that Scooby-Doo crossed over between them, and the fact we get the same whole elements. So now we're back onto another musicals. This is Stage Fright. This is one of my most favourite musicals, even better than Musical the Vampire. I think the whole duet between Fred and Daphne really nails it on the coffin. Now we move on to a WrestleMania. So yes, Scooby-Doo partnered with WWE because they are going into more kid-friendly with PG aspects. So it does work actually. You do get nice good elements because wrestling's still entertaining to watch. It's depending if you have time to watch it, because once you watch one of them, you have to like sit through and watch them all. You can't just watch one month and then come 6 months later, because then you've got a whole different story log and you don't know what the hell is going on. So wrestling's still good. It's not as good as it was back in the 90s and the 80s, but it's still good and entertaining to watch. You do get your good moments. Scooby-Doo Franken Creepy, which is again, you could say another dark tone, and an actual fabulous done movie. I really quite like the whole Twisted Elements vibe. Scooby-Doo Moon Monster Madness. Technically the first Scooby-Doo movie in space, but it was already got done in What's New Scooby-Doo, so yeah, the one on the next side. Yeah, Scooby-Doo and Kiss Rock and Roll. I actually really quite like this movie. The good soundtrack, when they designed the whole interdimensional space travel with all those colour effects, the strobes and all that, they actually worked tirelessly in making that look perfected. Like, that was really nicely done. That scene alone, I loved the bits. Yeah, it kind of made your head twist, like, were they dreaming, hallucinating it throughout the entire time? You second guess from Kiss, like, that it was real, but Velma thinks it wasn't, so you get that nice little mixture between fake and reality, and that's what I love about it the most. Scooby-Doo Haunted Hollywood. Now, I want to say this is the first Lego movie, but that's not entirely true. This does have the first Lego movie on it as a special feature, but I want to go in more depth about what I mean by that. So the first one was, I think it was the Lego Night movie, and that came out first, then this one, and then another bunch of Lego movies. So yeah, so this is the second Lego movie that came out, but this is the first one that came out on DVD. The other one didn't, and so to get that one you have to get the DVD because it'll be part of the special feature set. So if anyone's a bit confused than I am and want to know where that one is, it's on one of the DVD special features. And although this one comes with a limited edition Scooby-Doo Lego minifigure, which does make this my first Lego piece because I never had any Lego piece while growing up, so this is the first one I ever had, and it's limited edition exclusive, so I'm over the moon for that one. Now we have another Scooby-Doo WE movie. There's a Scooby-Doo Curse of the Speed Demon. This is the sequel to WrestleMania 1, and I've heard that they are coming back doing a third movie, which probably will come either next year or 2022, depending on how everything's going on in the world with COVID and all that. So it makes recording audio for these movies even harder than it already is. Scooby-Doo Shaggy Showdown. By God, this one is mixed feelings about it. Don't hate it, but I don't like it. I'm in the middle. It's really hard to tell. Like, I can't really sell it because, I don't know, it's just one of those things where, like, you can watch it once, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't hate it to the point where I wouldn't watch it again, but when I would watch it again, it wouldn't be one of those reoccurring moments. I wouldn't watch it all the time. I would only watch it if needs to be. Another Lego movie. This is Blowout Beach Bash. I have the combo pack as well, so this features both a Haunted Hollywood and Birthday Beach Blowout, so I thought I'd just show it off together. This one does come with a slipcover, and it includes free make your own pirate hat. Scooby-Doo Batman Brave and the Bold. This is the longest time we have never seen a Scooby-Doo crossover with Batman, and we finally have, and it's with the Batman Brave and the Bold. Like, literally, the Brave and the Bold Batman is a good Batman, but I don't think it's the best. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice Batman, it's a nice series, but they could have done the animated Batman. Okay, they could have done, the Batman instead of Batman Brave and the Bold. Just saying. Oh, this one should have had Gordon Ramsay. Scooby-Doo and the Gourmet Ghost. If this had Gordon Ramsay in it, this would have been a hit. Not gonna lie, like, I would really give anything to have Gordon Ramsay on there. Would make sense not to, because he would just say the F word countless times. But again, it's Gordon Ramsay, so he's excused from it. They had celebrity chefs on here, so they had Bobby Flay in that. Oh god, this one is the one that I hate the most. Well, I don't hate the most, but I really hate the ending. Everything else is superb, but the ending I don't like. So we all know about the series, The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, and how they never caught the 13 Ghosts. Well, this is the movie that sheds light on the 13 Ghosts. And as we all know, you guys have seen this movie already, so I'm just going to say it right now. At the end, Velma says there was no 13 Ghosts and it was all hallucination in the air. That bit really annoyed me because I understand you want to denounce all the real monster stuff for the newer audience, but you shouldn't really take away that nice little history with Scooby-Doo where there were real monsters. You should have really accepted the fact there was real monsters and just deal with it instead of hiding it underneath the rug. And that's what this movie felt like it was doing. It was hiding bits and pieces under the rug. Don't get me wrong, the rest of the movie was fantastic and I really liked some of the ending, but when Velma explained that bit, I thought, you're ruining it, just please be quiet. So there's always that one person that has to ruin the room, and that was Velma for this movie, but other than that, it was superb. Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island, the movie that I was having high hopes for, but then got pretty much disappointed the moment I saw it. And again, it was the same feeling I had towards The Curse of the 13 Ghosts. Like, I liked watching it, but then as soon as Velma speaking about false zombies and that sort of thing, that's when I started to get uneasy. Like, I'm thinking, you're that one person in the room that has to ruin it for everyone else. Now, this is the last movie that we have, and this is the recent one, the Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo. It is one of the best movies I've seen this year. In fact, it redeems itself because it's actually part of a trilogy set between these two. So it first starts with Curse of the 13 Ghosts, then Zombie Island, then ends with Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo. And they really outdid themselves with this whole trilogy montage because it does work. They're all continuations in their own way, and they're continuation movies. Rather like Mr. Incorporated with the continuation of the episodes, these are continuation with the movies because the main focus for each one is the sheriff. He makes the appearance in the first one, then the second one, and then ends off in Happy Halloween. Continuation movies, superb. So now that we've done the movies, I want to show you the Snapback collections I've got. And these came out about the same time DVDs first came out. So these were like demos, would you say, like the first releases before it was all plastic. I call them Snapbacks because you've got to snap them to open. And they were mostly cardboard on the front, and then the rest was all plastic encasing. So basically you have the artwork, and then you open it up and you have additional art slides, and this is what makes the value of these. So the prices can vary. In Kets will go more for £2, £1 here and there, but online they value because of the actual artwork on them, because this type of style is more appealing than plastic, and it was pretty much a way for us to have a bit of a cover on it, you know, something new, something fancy, the way you had to snap it open to open up, that sort of thing. So Cyberchase, look at Cyberchase, that is brilliant. They had the index, but also had that nice, the artwork really outdid themselves when they did these. Zombie Island was the same, you snap it open and you get that as well, nice little artwork design, and you get that nice little index, and you get It's Terror Time Again, so you can actually go to scene 19 to play It's Terror Time Again movie. Or Reluctant Werewolf, let's open this up. There we go, red shirt Shaggy, okay? Even though it says green shirt, inside they done with red shirt. Even on the disc, red shirt. And then we have the Scooby-Doo movie, open it up. And there we have nice artwork. Oh my god. It's the wrong disc. Oh my god. Oh wow, this is really embarrassing. I didn't put the wrong disc in. This is the actual disc I got from Kex. So when I brought this from Kex, I must have never really paid attention to the disc. I just thought, okay then, that's fine by me. Literally, right now, when I showed off the disc, it's Scooby-Doo 2. I got the wrong disc. Kex, you gave me the wrong disc. I can't go back because it's over a year old. They gave me the wrong disc. Okay, so as you can already tell, the camera angles have changed. That's because it's a new day, and as I have so much to go through, I couldn't do it in one setting. So the filming location has changed due to, you know, Christmas coming up. So I have to do it like this. Yeah, it might be better because the way I positioned it, I now have two cameras, as you can see right here, which is quite nice. So now I can show you the physical media while still looking at you, whereas before it was showing you two different angles, and you know, it still showed off my collection and you got the best footage for showing off the cases, but now I can do them much more presented. So yeah, it's a lot of editing for me, but the end video will be satisfying. Now, we talked about compilations, and that's what we're going to go to, my compilation sets on Scooby-Doo. And I have a lot, like very a lot. If you've been keeping up with my unboxing videos, you know how much I have. Some of it you may not even seen on the channel due to them being pre-owned, or, you know, just not having them sealed to unbox. So some of them, majority of them you will know, some of them you won't. So with that, I can actually show you the clarity of the entire set. And you could tell here I have quite a few ready to show with you, but I thought I'd start off from the beginning and where I left up as. So yeah, there's quite a lot, so please bear with me while I go through and explain what some of these sets are for. So starting off, I have Scooby-Doo and the Greatest Mysteries on DVD. Now, if any of you are die-hard Scooby-Doo fans, you know that this is one of the greatest compilations ever made on Scooby-Doo. It came out around the same time when VHS was still young, so when they released Scooby-Doo as a compilation on VHS, it was a fan-picked. So fans picked the episodes that they thought were the best, and most of them were from the Where Are You era, but they still had that nice chemistry of, like, you know, this was chosen for the fans, no, by the fans. It's amazing. So yeah, these episodes were hand-picked. And now we have Scooby-Doo's, which is like Creepiest Capers. I did do an unboxing video, and this was years ago. God damn, this was when I was first starting doing my unboxing videos for the channel, when I started dedicated to do them. and Scooby-Doo was such a main topic. Like literally everybody loved my Scooby-Doo unboxing videos because I took time into doing them, and as I progressed, so did the angles. So before it was just a down front view of the unboxing video, then I progressed into a 2-camera setup, and I just kept going. I think I currently have 147 Scooby-Doo unboxing videos. That's just like DVD and Blu-ray. Like that's how much I've unboxed on this channel just for Scooby-Doo related. So Creepiest Capers was again another compilation where they had about 4 episodes on them. So you had about 20 minutes of, you know, spectacular fun. And we also have Scooby-Doo Scooby-Doo Winter Wonder Dog, and this is a festive compilation, so the episodes will be around like Christmas themed and all that. So again, especially with this time of year, this is a good like starting point for good compilations. I have another compilations Christmas one which I'll come to later, but for compilation episodes, this is good. This is fantastic. The next set I'm about to show you, as you can see briefly, these are the kids TV favourites, and I have all of them except one, which I'm trying to get hold of that last one, and I might be getting it in January of 2021. Fortunately, I couldn't get it with you for today's video because it makes it that much of a very bad stretch. Like I really wanted to have it for this video, but I couldn't. I didn't have the funds. So yeah, it's coming January 2021. So you see the unboxing video, you just both see a part of this one, and I get into that one later on. But yeah, these were the Kids TV favourites where they chose 2 episodes or 1 from selected Scooby-Doo compilations. So each one of these titles will have a full compilation set, and I'm going to explain it with the first one. So the first one is Scooby-Doo's Greatest Mysteries, and this features 2 episodes, and it also says on the back, if you just flip it over, it also says there to get the rest of the episodes, look for the complete like Greatest Mysteries on DVD, and it's referring to this one. So I don't know why they did these, but they started to do promos for the DVD. So you buy these for like $2.99, and then when it was time for this one to come out, like a few months later, people could buy it at the retail price of $9.99. So this was like a tease for this, and that's what the kids' favourites were. I managed to find a lot of them online, and as far as my research goes, I have all except one, so I nearly have the entire complete set of the kids' TV favourites. Then we have the Creepiest Capers. Again, we've already shown off the Creepiest Capers full compilations, so if you want the full length one or the 4 episodes of the Creepy Capers, look for it on DVD. This is Which is Which. I don't have the compilation set, but again, I could just search for that one and find the full compilation online. So again, 2021, I will have most of these on the full compilation sets. The next one is Mind Your Own Business. Another one which I will be completing. This one is Spookiest Tales. Now we move on to original mysteries. This one includes What a Night for a Night and Hassle in the Castle. Hassle in the Castle I don't mind as an episode, but What a Night for a Night is the annoying part, mainly because it's an episode that's been played so many times, and if you grew up watching Scooby-Doo and you're a fan, you're going to get bored of that episode really quick, because the majority of compilations from Where Are You will feature What a Night for a Night, because people deem that a very good classic nostalgic episode, which I cannot lie, it is, but it's been used over fondly. So when it comes to my top episode list, I don't include it because it's everyone's first go-to, but I wouldn't rename it the best. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying too much doesn't make it excellent. Now this last one is Scooby-Doo Meets Batman, which I have got the compilation of Scooby-Doo Meets Batman, as we saw earlier in the video when we came over to our TVs like episode showcase, where we showed off the DVDs I have on episode sets, so series, and when it was the new Scooby-Doo movies, I showed off the Harlem Globetrotters and Scooby-Doo Meets the Batman compilation sets. This contains 1 episode from it, and if you want to get the remaining one, which has the 2 episodes, it tells you in the back to go shop for the full DVD where it's sold. So again, this is really quite nice how they did these as a cheap way of getting not just a new set, but also getting introduced to certain compilations, because it boosts the market for each one of these, especially Greatest Mysteries. Like, I have two versions, about three of versions of these, the normal one, this one, and another one which we'll come to later. But it was a way to promote the actual proper compilations which came out later. So the kids' TV favourites had a purpose, and it does seem pointless. I agree, it does, but at the same time, it was just another cheap marketing ploy which had its own little benefit. Right, so this next compilation set on DVDs is a recent one I unboxed on my channel, and I called these the and the collection. So because they were always titled Scooby-Doo and the, so I thought for the heck of it I'm just gonna call them the and the collection, because there's no actual proper name for these sets. Started off, I'm going to show you the Region 2, which came out in the UK. This is Scooby-Doo and the Snow Creatures, and it has 3 episodes basically themed around the festive holidays, so that's really quite nice. This was the only one we got in the UK because they never released all the others. The next one we have is Scooby-Doo and the Snow Creatures, and I'd like to point out that this is the Region 2 and the Region 1 version of the Region 2. So this is Region 2, this is Region 1. See the differences, okay? They actually changed the whole entire art front, not just on the front but also on the back. Keep in mind they have the same episodes, but this one looks a lot better than the Region 2 design. So why didn't we get this? I'm not saying it's bad or nothing. Like, so our one has a quite better style front than this one. So it really depends on your preference on which one you want to go with. Next we have And the Ghosts, which features 3 episodes. They're all pretty alright. You know, some of them will be from recurring episodes, so you will just get something from a season where you've seen so many times. This one we have is Scooby-Doo and the Skeletons. This features 3 episodes. I think majority of all the and the ones do feature 3 episodes, which is alright. Now we have Rob the Robot, or and the Robot if you want to say, but you know it's Rob. So yeah, it's pretty much 3 episodes. Foul Play and Funland is the main attraction due to the Rob on the front. And then the next one we have And the Safari Creatures. 3 episodes again, a nice compilation. And they all have same similar art design on the disc. So it's just that type of style, which is fairly alright, if you ask me. This is The Haunted House. Again, does feature some nice episodes, like A Night of Fright is No Delight, one of my most favourite episodes from Where Are You? This one is Scooby-Doo and the Zombies, which was a hard one to come by because there were 2 different versions of this. I think one had a snapback case, and even though I do like them, it was just really, I wasn't going to pay a scalper's price for snapbacks because they class them as rare. They're not rare. Snapback cases are not rare. In fact, they lose value over time, especially when it's not sealed. So yeah, this is Creepy Carnival, and there's the back. And then we have Scooby-Doo and the Sea Monsters, which again, this is I like the favourite design on this one. This was pretty nice. They took the time in doing these and make them stand out. And then we have And the Vampires, which is the last one on the set. So yeah, that is the entire And the collection. I would say it's complete, but it's not. But apparently I've been told that there's a few more I have to collect. So again, 2021 is going to be a year where I'm still going to be collecting Scooby-Doo physical media, and I still have quite a few sets to complete. I have the Kids TV Favourites, I have the And the collection, there's many more in the TV series, there's many more in the movies due to slipcovers and version variations, that sort of thing. So I have a lot of hunting around trying to search for these, but for the compilations that I have already are decent. Don't get me wrong, they're not the worst of the worst, but they make do, I suppose. Okay, so this next compilation set are the 13 Spooky Tales, which are right here. Now, these are all that I have found so far, so if there's any that I'm missing, please let me know in the comment section below, because I will try my best to look for them. So, the first one we have is For the Love of Snacks. Now, this contains 2 discs, and now these have enormous amount of episodes to browse from, and I think this is by far the best compilation sets I have seen on the market. 13 episodes based around the theme of what they're going on, and they have 2 discs to fill up those spots, so there's no messing around, there's no shortcuts, which I really like. So if you do see these and you are a serious collector or just want to get into Scooby-Doo, these are really cheap. They're not that expensive. You can get these really low rate. Like, I still find these in the range for about £6. That's how much they are. And with the amount of episodes that you get, it's phenomenal. Now, this is Holiday Chills and Thrills, which, again, a Christmas one. Yeah, so they've actually got like it all down for this year. Like, this is a really good one. Look at all the episodes you get. Now, this is 13 Spooky Tales. Brilliant designs, magnificent. Look at those episodes, and they've actually did justice on the artworks as well. Like, they actually went out and gave them just something to work with, which is amazing. And then we have the last one is Run for Your Life, which is a spooky Halloween take. So this one, I believe, contains a original 22-minute special as well, so it has the spooky scarecrow. 13 Spooky Tales taken care of. Now I have a kind of like a weird collection set, because I have no idea where these fall under. So these are basically like summer editions, golden editions, and sports edition sets. We all saw on my channel, there isn't really a proper title. I just think they were like focusing around certain movie sets. So these are like movie compilations put into run, and this is just like all of them right there. If you guys want to pause and read, feel free to do so. Alright, so I think I'm going to start with the summer edition, because I have 2 types of these ones. So I'm going to start with the one that I first brought from my collection, which does feature Monster of Mexico, Pirates Ahoy, and Aloha, which again are fabulous movies, and they're 3 hours of content. And by that I mean you get all the bonus features on the normal DVDs onto this one. So you're getting 3 movies, 1 package deal, and this is about $9.99. And if you think about a normal typical Scooby-Doo movie, I think this is about £6 now. But at the time it was $9.99. You get 3 movies rolled into one. You're saving £20 if you want to buy them all separately. Yeah, okay, you don't get the fancy summer edition glasses, but that's still a nice compilation movie. And you're probably wondering why I don't put this in my movie section. It's because it's a compilation, and it goes with the entire theme. As we look at this one, which is the 2 discs summer edition, which features movies have no relation with summer at all, because it's always hot there no matter what. You can see the similar design pattern of where they were going, and that's why I class them as, you know, a compilation of a certain set, because they match entirely, especially with the next editions I have. I have the golden edition and I have the sports edition. We're going to go into this, the gold edition first, because this one features Scooby-Doo All-Stars Laugh Olympics Volumes 1, Volumes 2 and Spooky Games. And I want to point out that the Spooky Games is not the UK Region 2 Spooky Games. This is the Region 1 Spooky Games, which has more episode varieties. So this is a good bonus for me, because I have the entire Scooby-Doo like Laugh Olympics on DVD. Not the entire episodes, but I have all the physical media that was released for this set, including the Region 2 Spooky Games, which I have to buy separately to fully complete the collection on my end, but as a whole I have all the episodes that are physically released. The Sports Edition. Now the Sports Edition contains Field of Screams, Harlem Globetrotters, and Samurai Sword. Again, these are all movies. Now, the field of screen I also have here as well, and I want to show this off because this is a movie with compilations, and it was the first one I've seen, so I don't know where to put it. I don't know whether it belongs in my movie section or as a compilation one, because they featured the main movie with a bunch of side episodes. So this is it here, and this is it part of the compilation set. That's the weird movie compilation sets that I had going there. Just want to show them off. I did have, well, I guess you could say golden edition is episodes, but they were featured around massive big specials, so you could say were TV specials rather than episodes. But yeah, that's that one taken care of. Now the last ones I have are box set compilations on movies, which again, these aren't actually compilations of episodes. These are just the movie box sets that I want to show off for you, that I thought were pretty unique, and some are pretty rare to look for. So I want to start with the Scooby-Doo Collection DVD 3-pack. Now this one contains 3 classic Scooby-Doo movies. It has Scooby-Doo's Greatest Mysteries, and then it has Scooby-Doo meets the Harlem Globetrotters, and Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers. So it has the episode from the new Scooby-Doo movies, and it also has the movie or the direct-to-TV special Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers. This is the Volumes 2 collection of the Scooby-Doo collection, which contains 3 classic iconic Scooby-Doo movies, the first direct-to-videos. Okay, this features Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, Witch's Ghost, and Alien Invaders. Yeah, this puppy right here features the golden era of Scooby-Doo, where they redeemed themselves and came back from the blink of extinction. Like, literally, when we thought there was no more Scooby-Doo, they came back with these gems, and we have never stopped seeing Scooby-Doo. They've always had a new appearance every year, and I say this every time, it's down to this gold set. It just is. This is the Zoink Scooby Scary Sleepover. Now this was a Sainsbury's exclusive. So in the UK we have this shop called Sainsbury's, and they sold this one, and it had a sticker on there that says exclusively at Sainsbury's. I don't know why, but it had a sticker on it. Well, I don't think it was exclusive. I don't think they said they stuck it on there for like any old reason. But yeah, it had a Sainsbury's sticker on there, and I thought I'd buy it because I thought, you know what, it's only a tenner. What's the damage? And it does look nice. You know, you do get a nice selection of movies. So we have the Goblin King, the Ghoul School, and the Boo Brothers, which is all fabulous, and they're the exact same discs as normal movies, so you're going to get all the bonus features, especially the ones on the Goblin King, which I love how they start with the Goblin King, where I think it should start with Ghoul School, Boo Brothers, and then the Goblin King. But then again, you could have done, like, rather than Werewolf, that would have been a fantastic one to put on the set, but they went with 3 and they lucked out. So the next compilations are basically a mixture of episodes and movies. These were really, they top most of the other compilations you saw. So I'm going to start off with the smallest one, the Scooby-Doo Halloween Collection. Now this features 4 lovely, jubbly movies. So it features Franken Creepy, Stage Fright, Moon Monster Madness, and Music of the Vampire. And apparently, for some reason, they deem this Halloween material. I only have a few issues with that. 1, why Stage Fright? 2, why Moon Monster Madness? Or more importantly, why the hell would you choose Music of the Goddamn Vampire as a Halloween set? There is nothing spooky about those movies, okay? The only one that could seem like, you know, presentable is Franken Creepy. But if you watch that movie, you know it's not even creepy at all. What they should have done was choose Zombie Island, Reluctant Werewolf, Ghoul School, and if you want, you can choose your pick between the Boo Brothers or the Witch's Ghost. So yeah, you have all of them to choose from, and you choose these. So this is by far one of the worst mashups ever on my set. Like, this is literally repulsive. The fact that they call this a Halloween collection. None of these are Halloween films. You wouldn't watch these around Halloween, would you? Around Halloween, when you wanted to watch a scary movie or a spooky movie, doesn't matter which genre you're with, which like section you're looking at. You wouldn't go for these titles with Scooby-Doo. You would go for something spooky. And these don't scream spooky to me. Now, the next one we have is the Christmas collection, which is quite nice at this time of year. It's always good to have a themed collection. So we saw the Halloween one, which was a total disappointment. This is the 6th Christmas collection, which is over 9 hours. They actually do feature episodes around this like season, which is amazing. So the episodes are Winter Wonder Dog, Chill Out Scooby-Doo, which is the original movie, Scooby-Doo and the Snow Creatures, Scooby-Doo Merry Scary Holiday, which is a TV special, and then we have the Scooby-Doo Holiday Chills and Thrills, which is basically the spooky, which is the Spooky Tales collection. So it has this on here, this has 13 episodes. So already it says 13 episodes. The TV special, it has the Snow Creature compilations, it has the original movie, and it has the Winter Wonder Dog compilation set. So 9 hours of intense Scooby-Doo madness for the Christmas holidays. This last one is a recent one that came out because it was on an exclusive pre-order. I had to get it through a UK buyer on eBay that imports over to his warehouse, so I had to wait 3 weeks after the initial pre-order to actually get my hands on this. And this is Scooby-Doo's Greatest Mysteries Adventure Collection. Yeah, it rolls off your tongue very easily. So this actually features 8 original films, and it does a good way of like proving that you can still do compilations to this day. Fit it all in like one small size. It contains Cyber Chase, Stage Fright, Chill Out Scooby-Doo, Kiss Rock and Roll, Abracadabra-Doo, Shaggy Showdown, Mask of the Blue Falcon, and The Gourmet Ghost. Now, many people wouldn't choose these movies, and I totally agree. But you understand, when you're doing the compilations, you can't choose the same theme over and over again. You can't just say Zombie, which goes to Alien Invaders, because everyone knows those are the die-hard of Scooby-Doo movies, and they will live up to this day. So when you want to do compilations, you've got to feature other movies to get the ball rolling, to make sure that people know what other movies there are. Playing the same movie again probably make people bored and don't want to really watch the rest of the given shows, because once they see what's the best and what they dish out later, they kind of get a feel like everything's going downhill. So this compilation does it justice because it features a decent amount of episodes. Okay, the Kiss Robin one is good, the Stage Fright one's good, Blue Falcon one's brilliant, Cyber Chase is decent to a certain degree. A Gourmet Ghost was another fabulous movie. So yeah, this one is another great collection, and I'm so glad I was able to get it in time for this video, because I was a bit worried whether it was going to come after I made the video, but luckily it made it just in time. Right, so now that we've done the compilations, it's time to move on to this set. Now this is what I would call my favourite collection because of the nice rare slip covers for them. Most of them are part of like Diamond set, the 50th anniversary, some of them are nice 3D slipcover tins, so there's a nice variety to go through, and most of them you have seen unboxed on my channel, so you are going to enjoy what you're seeing. Some of it is something you don't see. So I'm going to start from the top and work our way down to the lovely bottom, and I have a Woolworth exclusive, or should I say their own attempt at re-pushing something out that's already existing. So this is Scooby-Doo's Greatest Mystery, the Woolworth edition, where they would do it like this, where you get that nice little Woolworth Worth It design, which again you get the same DVD, but it's a nice Woolworth like feel. Now this is factory sealed, and to prove it, I'm going to take off my extra layer of protective on it, because I want to show you that it is factory sealed. And a lot of you are probably like, Mark, why have you kept this one sealed? Well, one, it's Woolworths, so that's the main reason why I want to keep it sealed, is because Woolworths no longer exists in the UK, and so getting a rare gem like this, especially from Scooby-Doo, still sealed, is something that I want to keep hold of. And I've already unboxed the Greatest Mysteries countless times, so I don't really need another version unboxing video of the same disc. So it can go in the nice little pile of like I have it sort of thing. Next ones we have are promos of the Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, and I have two different versions of these. So the first one I want to show you is the Argos one, where they promoted the series, so which was really quite nice. So before the movie came out on the DVD, they would promote it on, you know, promo discs, because these were free at the time and it was a good way to boost more sales, especially with Argos, where they're trying new things to get more sales in. So this would be free when you walk into the establishment. You can pick it up. Didn't have to buy anything, it was just there as a free gift. And then the second one would feature the same amount of episodes, but they would look different on the front. Whereas this one would have the season 1 coming soon to DVD. This one would have volume 1 coming to DVD 30th of May. So they all had the volume 1 out before season 1. They're both from Argos, but one has the Argos sticker, the other one doesn't. Now these are my favourite ones. Well, I think everything in this list is my favourite, but they're all my favourite Scooby-Doos. But this one's really quite nice. These are like 3D tins, if you would say. So we have like this one, which features like 3 Scooby-Doo movies. So it has Samurai Sword, I believe that's the Goblin King, and Chill Out Scooby-Doo, which is fabulous. And then if you just take out this slip cover, you would see the 3D print of Scoob, which is a nice tin, and it does pop in, as you can see there. It is a tin, well, not an actual tin, but you get the idea. It's a 3D print of Scooby-Doo's face on a slip cover, and it goes in a nice little sleeve as well. So you put the sleeve on, and then boom. Then we have a festive one. So this one contains Chill Out Scooby-Doo, Merry Scary Holiday, and the Winter Wonder Dog. And again, same as the last one, you pull this up and it's just Scooby-Doo's head, and then it just pops back down. Now I have another one, which is another festive one, which is the exact same episodes as the last one, but it's in a different design tin. So I'm guessing one of these is a re-release. I don't know which one is a re-release, but that does look kind of nice, and the smile is a bit creepy, but other than that, it's still a nice way they've done all this one. And then you just pop that back on there, and then boom, he's got the Santa hat on. That's that set done. Now it's on to the 50th anniversary. Unfortunately, I only have 2 of the 50th anniversaries, but anyhow, we're going to start with the Richie Rich and Scooby-Doo series, which again, these were only part on Region 1, so you can only get these in North America. I believe these were Best Buy exclusives. And then the next one I have is the new Scooby-Doo movies, or the best of the new Scooby movies, which features the 15 episodes that we never got. Well, we had 4, but they had more. Now the next set is the Diamond Collection. We saw unboxed videos on my channel quite recently of this set, and these are really quite nice ones because you can get them in the UK. Does take a while to find ones with slip covers, so majority of them do have slip covers. One of them doesn't. We'll get into that later, but first we're going to start with the Scooby-Doo Where Are You seasons 1 and 2. I love how Hanna-Barbera Collections did these for their sets, and these aren't just for Scooby-Doo. You can also get them as part of Yogi Bear, the Flintstones, that sort of stuff. You can find any Hanna-Barbera cartoon and they will be part of the Diamond Collection, the Golden Collection, any collection they've released. You will find them on that like typical range. So next year I will be on the hunt for other Hanna-Barbera cartoons of the Diamond Collection and have it as a complete set. So for now I only have Scooby-Doo related, but next year I will build on that and branch out to something different and go on that direction. Next we have the Richie Rich and Scooby-Doo. There we go. You can already tell that this one is the North America Region 2 one due to the cut on the back. Majority of them are, because it's just easier to get them that way. Trying to find the UK ones is a hassle. You'd be there forever. This is the Scooby-Doo and Dynamite Hour, which does have a golden edition release, so that's something else I'll be looking forward to later. I think what they've done with the Diamond Collection is pretty much like polished the golden collection, so it was less discs, smaller compact size, and better for the consumer rate, so you get a nice little collection at, like, you know, at a better face value. The next one, the last one, is the Where Are You? The complete third season. I left this one to last because it doesn't have a slip cover. That is right, this one was the only one that never came out with a slip cover, which is quite annoying. So I will be on the hunt for a slip cover for this one. But it's still a Diamond Collection, so it's going to go on the pile regardless, and when I do get a slipcover one, it will be replacing it. So now these next three are my rarest ones. I want to give a bit of backstory about how I managed to acquire these. Now these cost me, these actual three that I have for you, which I'm going to be showing you, I want to tell you the price, cost me about £200. And that's just without the postage. The postage was about £50, and then whatever, and I had to pay £38 charge to get it from the warehouse here. So I ended up paying nearly 300 quid for these three. So that's nearly £100 a piece, and they were expensive. And I was lucky, because I would have had to pay triple that. I managed to get them all with just £50 one postage. So I was able to get them all really cheap at a consumer rate. Luckily the buyer agreed to that because they were buying them all from him. So I was able to get them as one set lot. And these are the sets. Now I want to go with the first one. This is the Scooby-Doo Where Are You Seasons 1 2 complete over 9 hours of fun. It is the Diamond Collection set, but it has the rare slipcover. This slipcover is very hard to come by. You may find one seller on eBay, but again, it's one of those things where you're going to be looking for ages, and when you do, it's like you have to buy it because you're never going to find another one like this. The next one is this baby right here. Now this is the 4 original movies, so this features the Goblin King, the Ghoul School, Monster of Mexico, and Reluctant Werewolf. So this is a movie compilation, whereas the other one was series. This is another rare slipcover, and I couldn't find that one like it, so that one is definitely staying there. And it has been put into my reusable sleeves to keep them all fresh and protected, because I don't want to get them damaged any further than they are. And then this one is the best of the new Scooby-Doo movies. This is the Diamond Edition set of the Region 1 release, and so it features 15 episodes. None of the lost episodes, so we only got the original 15 that came out at the time. But yeah, nice rare slipcover. So this next set I have for you, I don't really know the name or what type of set they are, but to give you a bit of understanding behind them, these were the ones that were released as re-releases with fancy slipcovers here in the UK. They were a bit like our way of us getting the 50th anniversaries, with our own movies getting their own slipcovers. Not the entire movies, however, but a selected few. So I have all the ones that came out in the UK, and I spent a big deal getting these. Like, they took me ages. One took me weeks, and I just recently completed it. So I'm going to go through each one in order and literally show you these nice slipcovers that finally the UK had something that the Americans didn't. Let's start with Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers. Nice slipcover, and to give you a better understanding, the artwork on the DVD does match the cover, but the disc is the same disc as the normal standard DVD release, and all of them are exactly the same way. They have the same DVDs, so no DVD has any new artwork. They're all the exact same as the old counterparts. The only thing you are paying for is the slipcover and the nice new revamped artwork on the DVD cover. That is all. Now we have Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. Again, you can see the price. I got this from the range. Really nice deal as always, and then we turn it over and then we have the nice little back. So they have done a lot of work into these designs, because normally they rush them, but they actually spend the time doing these. So some of them I got from the range, some of them I got from eBay, and eventually I managed to get the entire set. The next one was an eBay one, and this is the Reluctant Werewolf. Again, with eBay at the time, you had to make sure that they were actually selling it with the slip, because 9 times out of 10 people sell these with just the standard like product image that gets displayed automatically. So 9 times out of 10 I would be messaging these eBayers just to find out if it was going to come with a slipcover, and literally 9 times out of 10 they wouldn't, like literally. But mate, look at these. You cannot say these are not worth it. These do justice. Like, we have what Alien Invaders now we're up to, and again they actually spend time in doing this. This isn't like a rush slip cover. They actually took time in the artwork process. They made sure that everything was redone, corrected, fit the scale, changed it around, made it more presentable. And this one right here was the one that was the hardest for me to get. But now that I have it, it pops up everywhere, and it's like, oh, are you still interested in this item? We found something similar. And it's like, really, you do that to me? You know, I spent ages looking for it and you find it. But once the set's complete, it's just a relief, really. And that's the last one, which is the camp scale one. So yeah, that's the movie collection release. I have no idea what the name's actually called for it. But that's the UK release of the set that we had. So it's still a nice gem to have on your shelf. Now I'm going to move on to Blu-rays. And I know this video is long, and I know it's big, and I know I talk a lot. By the end of the Blu-rays, I'm going to show you my biggest box sets. And you know what they are, and they're going to be the last ones, because if I'm going to end the video off, I want to end it in a bang. But before we do that, let's get into the Blu-rays, because I have started collecting Blu-rays, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to collect as many Scooby-Doo Blu-rays as possible. So we're going to start in no particular order because it's just a small collection. We're going to start with the Scooby-Doo movie, which is quite nice that they released this on Blu-ray. I think it definitely deserves it, especially from the upscale, and it does look amazing. Next we have the Scooby-Doo 2. Well, this is actually a combo one actually, but it's still Scooby-Doo 2, and I think it's the only one you can get. So if you want to get Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed on Blu-ray, you will have to get it as part of the compilation sets, because they don't do it as a standalone. Next we have a prequel to the live actions, which is the Scooby-Doo Mystery Begins. I didn't really like the movie that much, but I can definitely see that the Blu-ray was worth it. And it's a bit weird. Normally I would say if a movie's bad, it shouldn't get a Blu-ray release. But look at the special features on there. That is a lot. The next one we have is Curse of the Lake Monsters. This is the extended edition, and it doesn't have enough special features as The Mystery Begins. But again, this one was a bit better than Mystery Begins. Like, it's not fully redeemable, but it was nice knowing that they came back into the sequel. They didn't do well enough to get a third movie, but they still managed to do a second one nonetheless. And as the prequel goes, Curse of the Lake Monster was a nice one to end off as. The next one I have is Daphne and Velma. Now, this sent the internet in many directions. A lot of people hated the hell out of this movie, and they didn't want to see another one like it. Next one I have Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. I don't know why this got a Blu-ray. I don't. it's alright, but it just doesn't scream Blu-ray worthy. Then we have Legend of the Vampire. Again, same thing. It's a good movie, but it doesn't scream Blu-ray. And then we have Camp Scare, which does scream Blu-ray. When you watch Camp Scare, it deserves a Blu-ray. But then we go on to like stuff like Big Top Scooby-Doo, and it's like, again, it's not Blu-ray worthy. And then we have the Samurai Sword, which, okay, yeah, this one does scream Blu-ray worthy. But then we have Legend of the Vampire, which, again, is not a Blu-ray worthy title. And ending off the last one, I have a Lego one, the Haunted Hollywood original movie, which was a Lego promo movie. This one is the new Scooby-Doo movies Almost Complete Collection. This is my custom slipcover one that I made with my mate David. There is a video on this which I'll include in the description below. But this one featured almost all the episodes of the new Scooby-Doo movies, hence what it's called the Almost Complete Collection. And we're only one episode off, which is the Wednesday is Missing one. So if you want to get the almost of the new Scooby-Doo movies, this is the one to go to. And it was released on DVD and Blu-ray. Our next set are the Scoob movie, and I want to do this as a set together. This is the Blu-ray release, and it is a region 1 because I don't have a slipcover version in region 2. So I thought if I'm going to waste money, I want to waste it with a slipcover. And I have a region 3 Blu-ray player, so I can get the best of both worlds. So that is the slipcover for that one. And then this one is the 4K Ultra HD one, which was released in region 1, and it was never released to 4K in the UK. So I had to get it from the region 1 seller because there was no way I was going to get a region 2 one. But the 4K one has the 4K, the Blu-ray release, and the digital code. And you can use the digital code by 2022 and the digital code by 2021. So here it is, my final bit to end this video off is showing you my favourite collections. Like, these are the biggest box sets I have, and I always like showing the best to last, and these cost me quite a bit of money. In fact, some of them I was lucky to get at the time because the retail price for them now is out as well, and we'll go into all depths of it. So I'm going to start off with the 50 cartoon collection for Scooby-Doo that Warner Bros. Brought out, because it comes in 2 different versions. Now you can get the standard DVD release that comes with slipcover on both region 2 and 1. I got the region 1 copy, and I've done the unboxing video, so you can check that video out to see the inside packaging on that one. You can get the standard one, which goes through 50 years. I'm looking about 50 episodes. So this has a 50 episode compilation, and it's part of the 50th anniversary set, which is quite nice from Warner Bros. They've also done a Looney Tunes one as well, which I am going to get, and it does come in 2 different versions, same as this one. So this is the normal standard DVD. There was no Blu-ray, but you also get a box set edition, which is this baby right here. I have not done an unboxing video for this because it's still sealed, and I'm debating whether to open it or not. It features a plushie, so this is like a limited edition plushie inside, as you can see right there. All sealed, original sealed, and it contains the DVD. So it contains the exact same with 50 episodes celebrating the 50 years of Scooby-Doo, and you also get a nice plushie to celebrate it with. I will probably decide to unbox that whether or not, or I might buy a second one and unbox it and keep one sealed. But that's the 50 cartoon collection that I have for you. And this is a recent one because I got this last year. And this one I got this year, and I was able to get it on a sale on Warner Bros. So I was very lucky. In fact, I might pick up another one because if it might still be for a Christmas sale, it's definitely worth going to invest on. So that's the best of the Scooby-Doo collection. Now we're going to move on to this set right here, and I want to come back to this set later, push it to one side and bring this over. I'm going to go into this one in a sec, put down there. Now this is the complete collection of the What's New Scooby-Doo, and they released them, as we saw earlier on when I showed the DVD on the TV series. We had the compilation, like the volumes, set 1 to 10 release. Then there was the seasons 1, 2 and 3 complete on DVD. Well, this was the original one that started it. This baby right here, as I have 2 of them, I did originally have 3, but the third one was badly box damaged. Like the box was literally, I don't know how the other person stored it, but I brought it just the fact that I wanted the DVDs. So I brought it for about 20 quid. The box was unrepairable beyond like anything, so I had to bin it. Kept the disc and put them in my own custom 10-way disc one, which we saw earlier on in the video. I kept these 2 because these were the best condition ones. I am going to look out to see if I can get another one in perfect nick, because essentially it does that. It has a play, like a press here button, and it plays the What's New Scooby-Doo theme tune. So there are some wear on it, some colour deterioration, like some rain reason someone's left these in the sun and it's gone different colours, so each of them has something wrong with them. Colour distortion's gone on that one. This one, however, does have some original colour, as we can see from the 2, but again it's badly damaged by the wheels on either side, and essentially you're supposed to lift this off and it plays the theme song every time, but the audio's worse on this one than it is on the other one. Now it's time to move on to this last one for the What's New Scooby-Doo. Now this is the Warner's Scooby-Doo collection. This is a mega rare box set. Like I guarantee you, and you can search for another Scooby-Doo collectors. I think I've even asked Ashtron about this. Where else can you find this? And no one knows, because I brought it for the Canadian buyer because it's Canadian release, but the guy must have, I don't know where the guy got it from, because the guy I brought it from was coming over to the UK on a business trip, and he was bringing it over with him so he can post it when he's in London. So he posted from London, which, yeah, I had to wait another month, but it was worth paying the extra fees. And I was thinking, mate, if you're going to come over next month to post it, I'm willing to wait a month to get it. And it did, and it came. And I've never seen a box set like this one. I've even unboxed it, showed up in all its clarity on my channel. No one really knows where else to find this. I looked on eBay, cannot find it. You can scan the front cover and the barcode and you get something, but it always leads to a website, it doesn't show an image. So this is a mega rare set, and I have no idea why I can't find it again, because I really want to find a properly sealed one to have 2 on my set. Now that those are done, it's going to move on to this one. Yes, the one that's been hiding this entire time. Now, this one I've always wanted to keep till last because it's my favourite collection. We're actually going to start with the actual big box set in hand. So this is the complete Scooby-Doo Where Are You? Limited edition deluxe set. So basically this baby right here has over 15 hours of literally fun. Like literally, this baby has it all, and it's brilliant. All 41 episodes. This limited edition deluxe set comes in its own mystery machine and its own plastic box. I'm going to bring this close to the camera so you can see it. This baby right here cost me 50 quid. I looked on eBay recently before I did this video, and I thought, you know what, I'll check up on it and see what the prices are. You can find some of them for like 80 quid, some of them £100, someone wants £500 for it, and someone wants £1,000 for it sealed. It's not worth that much. I paid 50 for it. You have Shaggy and Scooby in the driver's seat. That's really good. And then, you haven't noticed this, but the actual box it's sitting on, they actually made it like tarmac road. It actually like looks like they're on the road driving. So it is all safety pinned down, all screwed in. which is really quite nice. I believe the tyres do move as well, so you can essentially roll it across. But I kept mine in the box, so it's preserving its quality. So now we're going to move on to the last one. This is the Scooby-Doo Where Are You? The complete series on Blu-ray. So it's pretty much a rescale of this one, but in a much more better fashion design. Now I paid 80 quid for this one, which was the standard retail price. And I think it still is to this day. I think it's gone up in price, but they only did about 50,000 of these. So whoever pre-ordered it at the time was the lucky ones to get this. Like as soon as I found it was on the pre-order sites, I pre-ordered my copy on Amazon. I pre-ordered it, I made sure I had the money, and I paid it straight away, and it came literally the next day. I haven't unboxed it to my channel because I just don't have time to properly do a decent unboxing video of this, because I want to, like, when I do the unbox videos, I do most of them in bulk order and it feels kind of rushed. But this one, I want to take my time with it, be at ease, properly give the unboxing video you guys deserve. So I haven't got time to actually do this one yet, but it's still part of my collection. And so yeah, this one's been sealed, unopened. The only issue that I have with it is that the tape that they came with it has worn off over the time, so it's literally just been yeah, so literally it doesn't have the original tape on it because the tape just came off. But inside you get the keychain, the encyclopedia, a nice little index, and they're all on Blu-ray. I think it's the amazing series they've done is on Blu-ray. We got the deluxe edition, literally 15 hours of fun. Then we have all of that to celebrate 50 years. 50 years of Scooby-Doo celebrating, and it's going up as we get older. 50 years, and we get the Blu-ray of the Where Are You? The series that started it all. So yeah, that is my entire Scooby-Doo collection for 2020. It has been a massive journey. The video is going to be a long one. God, I can just imagine right now the editing is going to be incredible for it, because it's going to be the longest Scooby-Doo video on my channel. It's going to be over an hour, I guarantee you. If it manages to get over an hour, blimey, that is mad, because I have a lot to show off, a lot to talk about, especially saving the best to last. All this cost a fortune for me, and you know, like doing it all in one video. But last year's one was great and all, but this year's I had so much to add to it, so many new stuff to show off, and I just thought, you know what, do it right this time. Do two different angles, speak in details about each one, give the audience something to, you know, cherish, because I probably won't do another update video for about 5 years, so I might as well just do a good decent one. And that's the truth, I'm not going to do another one until 2025 or 2030 and show you a 10-year anniversary, because I do not want to spend time doing a yearly one showing the new trinkets I got. I'd rather show you a anniversary one, like 5 or 10 years. That way I have more to show off for you, which makes perfect sense. But yeah, that has been my Scooby-Doo collection showcase for 2020. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I know you've been asking for this one, and I have promised it, and it has come out a bit later than already scheduled, but it was worth the wait, I guarantee you. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this Scooby-Doo collection video. I know I have. It's been a madness, like literally the amount of hours I put into this one. It's 5:30 in the morning right now, and I'm still recording, trying to get all this video done. And I do hope you guys appreciate the work that went into this video. So remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and to keep up with all the latest, and I'll see you in the next awesome Scooby-Doo video to this channel. But until then, take care.